Everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into today's Kiki, which is Kyle Richards really and Lisa Rinna really needing to take, Kathy Hilton's advice with silence being golden, because the more both of these women talk, the more and more they expose themselves and the lies. And something just occurred to me when I was reading two articles from Reality Blurb about just how dirty Kyle Richards really is towards her sister and how much Kyle is now trying to save herself. But before we dive in, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out the description box below and shop the Love collection, you guys. Go ahead and treat yourself. So with that, let's dive right on in. So I just did a video on more lies being exposed when it comes to Kathy Hilton, Lisa Rinna, and Kyle Richards and the Aspen trip. If you missed that, once you're done listening to this, go back and listen to that. But just to give a little bit of context. So in that article, Kyle is saying that, some of the things that were said about me the night that led during the Aspen, the alleged Kathy Hilton meltdown, led me to say, I feel like you hate me, blah, 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 blah. She's talking about Kathy. Mind you, she has still never said that she heard Kathy say any of this. She's just saying what Lisa Rinna allegedly told her Kathy said. Then she goes on to say during the after show that I was thinking, I almost don't want to know anymore. I can't hear. She recalled, I never even pushed to ask because I didn't want to get my feelings hurt. At that point, I was very quiet and let them have their conversation. I just thought, gosh, this is really, really messy now. Okay. So again, like my other video said, she's talking out of both sides of her mouth, right? You want this sincere apology from your sister, yet you're claiming that you don't even know everything that she said. Doesn't make sense. You're also trying to play the victim when you're not the victim in this situation. And you're just throwing your sister under the bus, blindly believing everything that comes out of Lisa Rinna's mouth as if it's the gospel. So you really want us to believe, Kyle, that you did not have a conversation with Kathy about exactly what she said in Aspen, but yet you were on camera filming with her for an apology. It doesn't make sense, Kyle. We don't believe you. You're just doing this to save face now. Now, another thing that she's doing to save face now. So now there's another article that also came out in Reality Blurb. And I'm going to read parts of it so we can get into why I think this just even proves any more how shady and disgusting Kyle is towards Kathy. Okay, so let's get into it. It says Kyle Richards and Kathy Hilton suffered a falling out amid the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 12 as Lisa Rinna shared details about Kathy's meltdown in Aspen, but they didn't stay estranged for good. While Kyle and Kathy may not be in the best place today, at least judging by their social media postings and the social media likes of Kathy's daughters, Paris Hilton and Nikki Rothschild, the sisters began talking again earlier this year as Kathy was faced with damaging rumors about her outburst. Kathy and I didn't speak for a while, but then we started speaking when some of the lies were coming out, Kyle revealed on the September 28th episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. Although Kyle flew to Georgia to film Halloween Ends after her trip to Aspen, she was getting updates from her castmates about what was going on, and ultimately she learned that Kathy's meltdown has made its way into the tabloids. I started reading lies in the tabloids, the things online that were said that my sister said were not said. It was directed towards me, she confirmed, noting that one particular rumor involved Sutton Strack's assistant. It said something about, oh, when was he moving Sutton's luggage? He wasn't even in Aspen, Kyle refuted, likely of the false report suggesting Kathy had used a slur against him. And Sutton also confirmed in her own Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show segment that Josh was not in Aspen. He was never there, so that can be squashed, Sutton stated. According to Kyle, who Lisa claimed Kathy threatened to quote unquote destroy, a lot of untrue things were uttered about her sister's meltdown. Okay? It's one thing to say what really happens, and another thing for people to be creating and inventing things that my sister said that can be very damaging and that actually weren't true. So that was very stressful, Kyle admitted. I really had to forget about what happened with my sister and all the ladies and put it aside and get up and do my job every day because I had a dialogue to remember. It was too hard for me and I had to focus on the movie and my job there, and it was consuming me. I really had to put it out of my head, she added. Okay. So let's get into it, guys. If Kyle knew in Georgia when she was filming that in the tabloids, people were saying that Kathy was a racist, that she said a homophobic slur, that she went on some crazy psychotic meltdown and was going all over the place, then how in the world do you expect us to believe again that you did not have a conversation with Kathy about exactly what she said? The timeline doesn't make sense, Kyle. So you're saying that in Aspen, you did not witness Kathy say anything about you. Everything you know Kathy to have said came from Lisa Rinna, right? Then next in the correct timeline, you would be in Georgia filming, but you're hearing that people in the tabloids are saying that she said the N-word, she said a homophobic slur, she went on some rant and rage. You really expect me to believe that you and Kathy did not have a conversation about that? Then when we get to you going back to Beverly Hills and then you having to sit down with Lisa and Kathy, why did you not bring up what was being said in the tabloids? Why did you not give Kathy a chance to say that never happened? Why are you only now in October of 2022 when your diamond, when your Netflix special, when your brand, when your reputation is at stake? Why are you waiting now to actually say none of it happened? She didn't say anything. This is all fake. This is untrue. Kyle, your timelines don't make sense. And it just shows that you really did have it out for your sister. Instead of shutting the door on her face, instead of saying, F my life, why didn't you use that camera time when your sister was apologizing to you to be like, I know, and we heard all this crazy stuff. Let's talk about it. That could have squashed it right then and there. That could have got it on camera right then and there. But no, you wanted to have your buddy Lisa Rinna come in and be like, oh, there was more said. Oh, there was more said. Only adding more fuel to the fire. Kyle, your story doesn't track and it doesn't make sense. The timeline is off. In Aspen, you didn't know what she said. Then you said back in Beverly Hills, you didn't know what she said. But before you had this sit down with Lisa and Kathy, you admit in the after show, you admit in this reality blurb article that you were in Georgia. So this was before the filmed sit down with Lisa and Kathy. You knew exactly what was being said in the tabloids about your sister, and you still did nothing to defend her. And you still did nothing to get ahead of it. And you still let Lisa Rinna sit there and accuse her of saying all these horrible things. When, like you're saying right now, you knew that they were lies. Why didn't you address it on the show? Why didn't you say something? Why didn't you have your sister's back? You guys could have had that moment. Kathy could have been like, yeah, I said some stuff and I'm really sorry, Kyle. And then you could have brought up what was being said in the tabloids. Because don't act like you didn't think that what was being said in the tabloids wasn't going to come back to bite Kathy. The problem is you didn't think it was going to come back to bite you. And it kind of really does confirm my conspiracy theory with how it was Lisa, Kyle, Erica, and Dorit who really got together, who wanted to take down Kathy, but it was really Lisa behind the scenes that really wanted to take down Kyle. And Kyle just wasn't evil or manipulative, or not even that, because she's all of those things. She wasn't smart enough to see what the actual end game was. She didn't expect for it to come back on her. She thought that they could say this stuff about Kathy, bring Kathy down a peg or two. But they were really gunning for you the whole entire time, Kyle. And everything that you're now saying is just proving that you're lying, and it's just proving that you were in on it. You're admitting that you never heard her say anything in Aspen. You're admitting that you allegedly didn't ask for any more details. But now you're co-signing knowing that it was all a lie. You said that she came after you, but you don't even know what she said. None of it makes any type of sense. This is what I think happened, because this to me is the most logical thing. Kathy popped off in Aspen, probably said some stuff about Kyle, maybe Mauricio, maybe Ding Dong Dorit and some other people, who knows. I think that Kyle knows exactly what Kathy said about her. That's why she was all in her feelings. That's why she wanted, quote unquote, it's a sincere apology. That's why she had such an attitude. I think she knows exactly what Kathy said. I don't believe for 1 second that she didn't ask for more information from Lisa. But I think that the whole plan was to let Kathy go down, to let Kathy burn. And that's why she kept saying, well, you know, what you said, that you hate me. Oh, I didn't want to know anything more because I didn't want any blah, 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 blah. That's BS. If you know somebody is talking crap about you, you ask for everything. What exactly did they say? You want to know. And the timeline doesn't make sense. You admit you were in Georgia filming, and you heard about everything that was going on in the tabloids. You admit it right here. But yet you did nothing in real time to have your sisters back. Now you want to come out with a statement about the damaging lies. Kyle, you're dirty. Kyle, you're so dirty, because you were in Georgia before you had to sit down with Lisa and Kathy, meaning you had time to put together a plan to help Kathy combat the lies. But instead, we've had 6, 7, 8 months of all of this BS when you could have nipped this in the bud from the beginning. The moment that it came out about Kathy allegedly saying the N-word, about Kathy allegedly saying the homophobic slur, you could have put out the same exact article that I just read. Kyle, you could have put that out 6 or 7 or 8 months ago and said that never happened. Sutton's assistant was never there. This isn't true. Why did you wait until now to co-sign? You're dirty, Kyle. You're just trying to save yourself. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the math isn't mathing? How was she in Aspen, didn't hear anything? Then she was in Georgia, heard everything but said nothing. But then when she filmed in Beverly Hills, after Georgia, wanted to sit there and play dumb, like, I didn't push back, I don't know what was said. It doesn't make any sense. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. Does this make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's just more proof that they really were, all of them, really were trying to take Kathy down. And I even think that now, even though all of this, I do think Kathy is still trying to protect Kyle. Even though Paris is liking posts and all of that stuff, that's great. But the whole like, oh, we were estranged, we're not, we're working on it, now we're back talking. I still think in a weird way, Kathy is still trying to protect Kyle to make it not look like Kyle is as bad as she is. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just saw this discrepancy and I'm just like, Kyle, you're so dirty. Why did Kyle not come out and say this 7 months ago? And she could have saved the whole Patrick Summers drama. She could have saved the whole situation by coming out with this months ago. But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down in the chat box below. Is the math ain't mathin' for you? But before you do, you know what to do. go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a key is always better with community. And don't forget to shop the description box and the love collection. So with that, you guys have a great Sunday. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review and join the conversation on Instagram at Candy Washington. Let's go.